Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. We have made it to the year of 2025, which for me is a big year because it's the year I graduate college and enter the adult world. But it's also the year that I'm going to be very diligent about making videos, doing the things that I love, making the content that I love, and being as creative as I want to be, because that's the life I want to live. If you don't know me, my name is Carina. I am getting my BFA in dance at Texas Tech University, and I realized throughout college that my goal is to be a choreographer, but also to be as creative as possible, and that does mean making videos for all of you, and just actually making videos for me is what it's for, because I love the way that the world looks through a camera, and I love the way that you can capture such special moments through a single lens, and that is really something that I want to take forward with me. But this video specifically is going to be about my reading goal for 2025. I have been setting a reading goal on Goodreads for the past few years, but I wasn't able to complete my goal last year because I kind of lost my love of reading, and I got in a really big slump where I didn't read for like a month straight, which for me is kind of a lot. So since I didn't complete last year's goal, I am making the same goal for myself this year to really get through it and really dig deep and do it, because reading is something that is so important to me. It's so informational, but it also keeps me very mentally healthy, and it keeps me mentally sane. I have been struggling a lot with my anxiety the past few years, and I have noticed that sometimes I just need to sit down in a quiet space and read a book and kind of escape life, and I didn't do that much this past year because life was stressful, things were going on, and it wasn't a priority to me, and I want to make it a priority again because it's something that I love. So yeah, I've been keeping a book journal for a while now, and so I do want to share this a little bit with y'all because it is a part of my reading plan. It is a part of my reading journey. So I'm actually going to start in the middle here because this is last year's statistics for books, but my goal this year for 2025 is to read 52 books, which means I'm going to need to read one book a week. And I technically already have finished reading a book because I was reading one at the start of the new year. It was like an audiobook that I was listening to while I was driving. And so I just went ahead and finished that book this past week. But I want to have a really strong start to the year. So I'm going to make my first read of the year The Selection. It's my favorite book of all time. I'm doing a reading vlog of this as well that I already made the intro to before this. So I'm going to start with this series, my favorite of all time, like I said. But it's also something that I know I'm going to love, and something that I know is going to revitalize my love for reading, because that's kind of where it started, was with that book. So yeah, I want to share that with y'all, as well as all the other books that I read as I go down the line. But my main goal, other than reading 52 books, is to read as many of my physical books as I can, because I've accumulated a lot of books that I've never read before that I've wanted to read, and I'm going to really make it a point to sit down and read a physical book, because that is something that makes a really big difference to me, is reading a physical book. And so that will be my goal. It's something I kind of tried to do last year, and it was like a half thought out process. Anyways, back to my book journal. I have been keeping track of the genres of books that I've been reading. This is back from 2023 and a little bit into last year, and so I need to make another one of these pages for the books that didn't fit on these shelves and the books that I'm about to read, as well as, I'll put this a little closer, a little series tracker, so all of the series that I've been reading. And I'm about to run out of room, so I'm gonna, make another one down a few pages once I have run out of space there. Something else in my book journal that I haven't ever done is I have this tabbing index that I found on Pinterest for book annotation, and so I really want to sit down when I'm ahead or when I feel like it with a good book, one that I've already read, and just annotate it, because it really helps my comprehension. And so that may be something that I stick, fiction, nonfiction, anything like that, because I do have some nonfiction books that I want to get through. But yeah, the main parts of my book journal are these little pages that I have for each book that I've read. And I have a lot of blank ones down here of just like, I've read the book and I have a page set out for it, but I haven't sat down and made it. And so I feel like I'm a very crafty person. I need to do things with my hands. And so I want to make these. I have these little book cover things that I make with note cards, and then I want to just write about the books that I read, and it's easier if I stay on top of it. So like some of these books I haven't read in like 2 years, and so it may not be as in-depth of a descriptor as I would like. But yeah, last year specifically I started doing more book journaling things. So I kept a bracket of my favorite books. I kept a record of when I was reading a physical book or reading on my Kindle app. I need to fill this back in with the information from my Kindle, but I know like in November I didn't read a book. Book tracker, as you can see, I wanted to read a little over 52. I wanted to surpass my goal, but I never did. And so this just helps me see like if I'm enjoying the books I'm reading, how many books I've read, something like that. So I will be doing another one of these for this year. I'm going to continue this challenge. It's an A to Z reading challenge, and it just is this variety of titles, and it's just trying to fill out the whole alphabet with titles. And then a reading log of all the books that I read. This is the one that I kept up with the most. I probably won't do this one again, a 2024 overview, just because I'm not really reading an incredible amount of books or even getting new books. So it would really only check the number of books I'm reading and how many pages are in each book, or how many pages I'm reading each year. So yeah, that's just about that for this. And I'm going to keep up with all of that as I read new books and fill them out for last year as well. So yeah, main goals, at least for January, is to read. I already read one book, and I want to read all 3 books in the selection series. I also have Happily Ever After, which is like the the like novellas after. So that would be 4 books, 5 in total. And I think that's a good place to start in January. If I finish all of that and I still want to read another book, I have plenty of options in my physical TBR that I set aside to read last year and I didn't. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I just wanted to sit down and share my goals with y'all because I feel like having goals is a very important thing. I'm sorry if I keep messing with my hair and it's bothering you, but like it's bothering me too. But having a goal is a very important thing, and I wanted to put it out there, put it in the universe, say it, whatever, just to keep myself accountable and to help maybe keep others accountable, because it is easier to go through a goal with someone else. So that's my goal, reading goal for 2025. If y'all have any questions or want to chat about it or have any book recommendations, please let me know. I would love to talk to y'all about books, about all things reading, about anything like that. And yeah, I hope all of you have a wonderful start to your 2025. I will be posting a lot more often because that is also another one of my goals in 2025. So yeah, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a nice little subscription down below, all the things. I will get used to saying these words eventually. But yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful start to your 2025, and I appreciate you watching my videos. Bye, lovelies.